feel like a lot of the good things that happen around Chapel FM, it's this interesting mix of a little bit of a happy accident, chance encounter, but then also the fact that in reality it's almost like we've been secretly preparing for it all along.
We're going to Lille in France. It's our twin city, I think, or sister city. We're in Leeds at next Chapel FM. Oh, we're going to the train, presumably.
About some years ago, we got a phone call from somebody from Leeds Council, International Relations, and said, we have some visitors from France. Could they come to Chapel FM and would you interview them on the radio?
I made a really good connection with them and they were like, well, you're going to have to come visit us at some point.
We went to visit there about a year later, just some of the staff to scout it out, and then they came back again.
We just wanted to find a way where we could maybe share different practices and look at how we could do some kind of an exchange.
About 6 months ago in the autumn, we got another message from out of the blue from the council saying, hey, there's this fund from the British Embassy in Paris for cultural exchanges. We got the funding and we started talking to people from the embassy who were so supportive and excited about the project.
We are now officially in Lille.
I really like Lille. It's very clean, everything's well paved, all the buildings are like absolutely beautiful.
The architecture is just incredible. It feels like you're stepping like straight into the past. Every building's got such small, fine, intricate details.
It's way easier to navigate as well, which is just so much more convenient.
Next Gen are a youth radio group that I work with. There's about 15 of us that usually meet, and every single week we get together and we create.
We knew when we had the chance to go back to Lille that bringing that group, and the teenagers especially, was so important.
When we got there, we got off the train and we looked around and you could just hear the kind of bird sounds of all of the young people saying, God, look at that, or that's like Leeds. I could just hear them put all of that work that they've been doing over the past couple of years of just caring about other people and other places into action.
We're going to go to the market and do some vox pops and ask people if they know anything about Leeds.
Bonjour, Chapel FM Next Gen. We're all here in Lille at the market Wazam.
One of the things that we did is we kind of collected vox pops, took our microphones and we approached people on the street, which is really scary. It's really nerve-wracking, especially if you're doing it in a different language.
As soon as I approach someone, I'm like, bonjour monsieur, bonjour madame, je suis nul en français. Hopefully they know what I mean.
Back at Chapel, at the end of every term, we do something called a Blue Owl open mic night, and essentially we just found an actual blue owl statue.
There was something really kind of also lovely and magical about it, especially on that snowstorm wintry day.
It's really important to go and not only just visit other radio stations, but see the bigger picture of, let me see the art galleries, let me see the theatre.
Hello and welcome back to Chapel FM. We've come to Seacroft's sister neighbourhood, Moulin, and we're with another group and we're making some radio.
You know, we love connecting with other radio stations. It's fantastic to just be able to learn from them and have them learn from us, see what's possible in terms of like using radio to tell stories.
The kids got a lot out of it as well, working with other kids sort of their age / even younger as well. So I saw a lot of the lads on our side playing FIFA with some of the younger lads, and they got a massive kick out of that. That was interesting to see.
I think what was so beautiful to see was young people connecting with other young people.
We're here at Lille City Hall and we're going to be meeting with Jérôme Pianezza, who is the council lead for international relations and all forms of discrimination.
What are your favourite things about Lille?
There is a sort of feeling of friendship, of solidarity, you know, something that it's really true in Lille.
I think there's something about when we come in as like radio people and artists into those spaces that we can even encourage the politicians to think and try to talk about things a little bit differently and like discover the story behind what they do again.
It's like I've never really been to France before, so I didn't have an idea of what it would be like. It's a lot better than what I would have expected.
Naomi and myself took 4 young people to Lille, and it was absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed every minute of it. We have a young leadership group that takes place on a Thursday, and these young people are really young people that are passionate about making a change within their community.
We've come here to the market and we've seen a lot of lovely items and accessories.
The weirdest thing I've seen, the prices. It's just really cheap compared to where we are.
It's been different to what Leeds is. It's more like colourful and lively. You don't see as many people on the phones.
One of the aims of the trip was to really explore the graffiti art within Lille and really look at how we could bring some of that thinking to Leeds. Speaking to the locals about the art and meeting with people that were instrumental in putting up some of the graffiti and the hidden stories within the graffiti.
All the murals around town, just like, as long as you know the backstory behind them, it's just, you find it amazing.
We're at an urban farm in Thieves and we've learned multiple agricultural things. Including mealworms that have been bred to, you can eat them, learnt that today.
And we actually ate one, I think.
And we were just talking about how the trains used to come down here near where the bunkers were. It was like a factory type place. And it's just, we're talking about how it got renovated and done up and that lot, but it's still there.
Each young person was given a specific question. The questions were interlinked around connection, young people, community, welcoming spaces. They then came up with their own story around a Seacroft shark. And this was off the back of them actually going around Lille and seeing all these other murals and other graffiti art. The bigger thinking is to develop that and to think about how do we look at making that story a real thing? How do we connect it to our community here in Seacroft? And we did get to speak with some artists in Lille who potentially may be able to come over and do a residency, and getting a local artist as well to work alongside.
I feel like I built confidence walking around here, just, you know, getting used to everything, getting used to how people are, just, you know, getting used to it. The food's great, the people are amazing, it's just everything.
We arrived at Tire-Laine and immediately I think the young people and myself thought, oh, this is our kind of place. This is like Chapel FM.
We went in with this kind of collective improvisation mindset, and I think what we really wanted to do was like have everyone like as in the moment alert to each other's ideas as possible. We got together at like 2 or 3 on Monday afternoon. We really had no sense of what the structure was going to be for the next day at 7 o'clock when the performance started. You know, there's not a lot of time to second guess, so as soon as someone threw out an idea, if we took it, we're like, okay, great, let's go do it.
I mentioned about one of the songs that Lydia and I had wrote, and they said, we'll play it right now. And within half an hour, all of the musicians, you know, came in and they were playing this music that we had written.
I'm here as part-time translator. At the moment, me and Holly are writing a poem or an ode to a blue owl.
How we found the owl and how it's so excited to come back with us.
But I'm writing from the very angry French owl's perspective.
We had Amos on guitar, we had Alex on guitar, we had Henry on drums, and we sat down together and we said, okay, let's write a song then.
I have been asked to sing a song that is in Polish. I'm not the best with languages, but I mean, I can surely try.
From the time we walked in, for the next, not even 48 hours. It really did feel like it was a home from home.
It's going to be a bit stressful and we're going to be up late, but that's okay. We will persevere.
Bonsoir Lille, bonsoir Leeds. Well, soon we'll be broadcasting. So I speak in English for a few minutes now first. So the main thing, as Benoit mentioned, we'll be going live on the radio in just a few minutes.
We're at Tire-Laine. We've just done our radio cabaret, finished our show. It went so well.
It went very well. I played guitar, I played some songs, I did some hosting.
We've been doing music, we've been having interviews, we've had poems, we've been doing stories.
It went so good. I mean, I kind of cried a little bit, but we're not going to talk about that.
And the fact that so many of the songs and the poems and the stories just came in the last like 2 or 3 days, it's especially exciting.
Part of that cabaret show, some of our young people had to share back to an audience what it is that they got up to in Lille. It was such a proud moment just to see them on that stage and actually doing it and sharing it back with confidence.
And we wrote a story about a sea monster that like arose and a shark ended up saving Seacroft.
So I think I've learned personally, I'm going to start saying yes to more stuff.
Even with language barriers, things like music and community brings everyone together, and I think that's very important.
I did not think that I would be doing this. I did not think I would be singing in like French and Romani. I do feel proud of myself.
I feel great. I feel like everyone was nice. Everyone came up saying, oh, well done.
I'm going to miss everyone at Tire-Laine and I'm going to miss being in France. It's been such a incredible experience.
I loved it. I'll be honest, I didn't know what to expect, but it went beyond my expectations. Just seeing those young people coming together in the space of a couple of days and creating such a fantastic performance is really, really amazing, and I'm so glad that I made it here. So I think it's really important to have these people-to-people exchanges, because I think it enriches understanding between communities across two sides of the channel.
It's easy to hear about things that are going on in different places in the world and to take notice or not to take notice, but when you meet people and share experiences with them and laugh and eat and make music, you can really see the humans. Yeah, honestly, I think it's about love.
We said to everybody, look what it is to be together and just being together and just share a time. At this moment, just feel it.
You can paint in your room by yourself, you can write songs by yourself, and that's great, that is art. But making it together, you can't describe it.
It was spine-tingling to see all the people that have been brought together by this.
It seems like we are kind of the same team in different countries.
I think we found our French soulmates for sure. We had a good feeling, but this definitely has proved it tonight.
I think now that a few weeks has passed since our live radio cabaret over at Tire-Laine, the young people are kind of changed beings. They are literally changed beings.
You see them and they're like, oh, that was so great, oh, I really enjoyed that. So the ones that I've seen around, they already want to do it again.
Confidence is definitely something that came out of this for all of the young people. And I'm sure all of them would tell you the same thing. Being able to speak to people, ask questions, not feeling like a question is a stupid question, and in their own ideas, because that was something that they questioned whilst we was away. Is this good enough? Do you think this is okay?
When the young people talk about it to other young people or other people that didn't get to go on the trip, there's this kind of implicit sense of there's going to be more travels and that other people will go.
And to broaden your horizons as a young person, to play music with French people, to go to art galleries, to learn about the way that their council work, and just to order a coffee in France is so special and inspiring.
I think it really opened them up a little bit to how they can work collaboratively with other people, even in another country.
After being in France, one of our young people was so inspired by Jojo, one of the accordion players, one of the musicians there, and he said to me, Agnes, I'm going to play accordion so I can show Jojo next time how good I've become on accordion. They're still holding this feeling of, I can be this person that I was in France for a couple of days.
One particular person that came with us out of the young people. Like, his confidence has just gone like that. He gives you eye contact and he is chatting a lot more to other young people that come to the Imagination Station.
We can say there's already some quite specific things coming up.
We're already looking at plans for other trips for us to do.
Brand new radio festival called the Reclaim Radio Festival, and Tire-Laine is going to be around just before or after that, but part of the overall festivities.
We're looking at doing joint recording, so recording some of the music over there, recording the rest of it here and having a track together.
Agnes is going to be heading back over there in the next month or two to really just spend time with them and kind of learn more about how they work in a kind of day-to-day basis and be able to share more knowledge.
But overall, the trip was fantastic, and I think the young people got a lot out of it.
It's so evident that this is something that is worth nurturing for the young people, for everyone involved. Learning about other places and having a curiosity for other people is compassion, right? It's compassion.